So, alam ko kung bakit ka dito ngayon. Alam ko binigyan ka rin ng foreign national dun sa immigration interview mo sa Manila ng papel na nagsasabi na your visa application is currently refused under 221G Act, immigration or whatever. Alam ko, and I know it's frustrating. But
Disclaimer, I am not an attorney. This video should not be construed as legal advice. I am just sharing my experience on the matter.
I am here to tell you that I have been in your shoes and I'm here to share my journey, kung paano ko kinaya, and kung kaya ko, kaya mo rin. So, just a quick background of my story. Pumunta ako dito sa Amerika under a K1 visa petition by my partner, which is, hindi pa nakakaalam ko yung K1, well, that's for a separate video, but it's a petition for an alien fiancé. Ibig sabihin, I am a fiancé of a foreign national, and I am, pumunta ako dito sa Amerika para, magpakasal, ganon, in hopes of getting married, which nangyari naman, thankfully. So, if you're in this video, and if you have the 221G paper works already, you probably, of course, know na kailangan, before you even get interviewed, you have to, of course, schedule online appointment para ma-interview ka. And then you also have to have the medical from St. Luke's. So, kasi ibibigay mo yun, blah, 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 blah. So, there are 3 sessions during the interview sa Manila, or sa immigration. And, ando na nga, sa 3rd session, which is, sa 3rd session na, most of the time, foreigners yung mag-interview sa'yo. And, ayun, na-interview ako sa, kalimutan ko na yung window. But, ayun, may foreign national nag-ask siya sa akin question, but there's an note-taking, blah, blah, blah. And then after the questions, basic questions lang naman, he stepped back for a bit, tapos bumalik siya na may paper with white paper. And then sabi niya sa akin na, unfortunately, at this time, I cannot issue your visa. And nung sinabi niya parang, like, huh? Eh, pagkakaintindi ko na sinabi niya refuse, di ba? Parang typical na, ewan ko, ako lang ba talaga yung medyo bobo, na nagsabi niya refuse, ibig sabihin, yung pagkakaintindi ko is parang, oh, you cannot enter the US, ganon. So, syempre, pushback din ako, di ba? Laban din. So, nung sinabi niya yon, I insisted, kasi I felt like this can't be, di ba? So, kasi yung problema is, my birth certificate, my middle name, may ano doon, may incorrect yung one letter lang naman. Eh, magkapera na ako. Pina-correct ko yung birth certificate ko after nung legal age na ako, which is 20s na ako, so nung nagkatrabaho. Hindi inanon ng parents ko. Eh, medyo mahirap din. So, hindi nila pina-change nung elementary pa ako. Although, my teacher, nung grade school pa ako, nagsabi na you have to, i-correct mo to kasi mahirapan siya mag-abroad later on, which happened. So sabi ng you have to show me an NBI that shows an AKA. And then nag-push back ako, sabi ko, sir, but I already gave you my NBI. Ganun sabi niya. Sabi niya, yes, I know, but it has to show AKA. Tapos sabi ko, oh, how long will it take? Di ba parang ako nagpapasweldo sa kanya. Tapos sabi niya, just, as soon as you have the requirements, just mail it to me. And then I will work on it. Tapos ayoko pa rin umalis dun sa window. Sabi niya, if you have further questions, go to window, 47, 42 ba yun? Eh, sabi ko, okay, wala naman ako magagawa. Kahit ano pang question ko sa kanya. Sumunta ako doon, sabi ko doon sa window, sa babae sa Pilipina doon na assistant. Sabi ko, miss, paano yan? Ano ba sabi sa NBI, ganyan? Sabi niya, punta ka sa NBI, tapos ganyan, i-request mo AKA, gano'n. Eh, ewan ko, parang siguro, tutang pa ako doon sa mga nangyari. Hindi pa nag-sink in sa akin. So, syempre, parang, I came there expecting na everything's gonna be perfect. Kasi, yung mga papers ko, everything is, parang hindi ko siya nakita ahead of time na pwede pala yun, na pwede palang mangyari yun. So, ayun, hindi na ako nagsayang ng oras, pumunta na ako doon sa NBI sa Manila. Then, nag-request ako ng new NBI copy na nagsishow ng AKA. So, ganun. Siguro yung ano nila, ng yung punto niya is because I have been living from birth to my up to my legal age, which is 18, na dinala ko yung mali na spelling ng middle name ko na yon. So that is my identity pa rin. Identity ko yon na dinala. Kasi sabi niya, na-mention niya, sabi niya, it is because you have changed your middle name after you are of legal age. So I don't know kung anong sa batas yung magsasabi nun, pero siguro parang sa pagkakaintindi ko is I was identified as that name, which is not right, and then I corrected it after I was legal. I was, of age. Then kailangan kong ilagay yon lahat-lahat. So very very strict sila. I don't know. But then I did, going back, pumunta ako sa NBI, wala, hindi na ako nagpatumpik-tumpik pa, pumunta ako sa NBI. Then sinubmit ko na yung new copy of NBI ko via mail. So pumunta ako sa LBC, dun sa SM. Tapos, yung address naman nila, andun na yun sa nakapaskil sa LBC, parang nakalagay na siya sa wall nila na ganito yung address kung dun sa Manila may ano. Nagtry ako actually na the next day na bumalik dun sa immigration office para i-personal ko siya submit, but hindi ka pwedeng pumasok doon kung wala ka appointment. There was this other girl na pumunta din doon na sabi niya, my flight is tomorrow. Hindi talaga siya pinapasok. Ganun sila ka-stricto. So, it has to be by appointment talaga. Anyway, so how long did I wait ba bago ko, nung sinabit ko na nung minigay ko na yung paper, yung NBI ko, how long did I wait for my status? So, the status has to change. I-monitor mo yung status ng refusal ng yung visa online. And then, minonitor ko talaga siya araw-araw. And then, sinubmit ko siya, Friday yon, February 2, 2024. Tapos, syempre, monitor ko the next day. So, Friday, minonitor ko siya Saturday, Sunday, which is, dapat hindi ko siya monitor kasi nga, weekend. So, hindi sila siguro trabaho weekends. So, still, I continue, nag-monitor pa rin ako the following days. And in issue nila, actually, it was not me who found out. It's my husband now, na talagang, siya yung super monitor talaga. Twice, thrice a day siya nag-monitor ng status. So, siya yung nagbalita na February 8, nag-change na yung status ko from refused online to issued. Ganon. So, parang, happiness! You know? So, parang 6 days. But, syempre, kung i-omit natin yung 2 business days, parang 4 days lang. 4 business days lang ako nag-wait until nag-change yung status ko. So, ganun lang kabilis yung para sa akin. So, I'm not saying, depende rin naman siguro sa kung gano'n ka-severe yung case mo, kung bakit kanila. Kasi may nakaano din ako doon. Napunta ako sa NBI. No, sa kanya naman, ano yun? Pamilya sila. Tapos, yung hinasabi niya sa akin, sabi niya kay mama, kasama ko si mama sa Manila. Kasi we're not from Manila, kaya medyo nahihirapan ako mag-Tagalog. Kasi I am Ilonggo, I'm from Bacolod. But, going back to this person na nakita ko doon. So, sila, pamilya sila. Tapos, nagkwentuhan sila ni mama, tapos pinalitan ng mama sa akin. Tapos sabi niya, na yung sa case daw namin, first simple lang. Kasi yung sa kanya, hinahanapan ko siya ng parang tax. Kasi galing na sila sa abroad, OFW. Tapos, may nahanap siya ng tax, ganyan-ganyan. So, medyo, sabi niya sa amin, sa inyo may madali lang yan. Yung sa kanila, parang kailangan niya pang i-request sa kung saang bansa. Hindi ko alam. So, ganun. So, depende, hindi ko masasabi, cannot speak on his behalf, pero iba-iba. Pero yung sa akin, siguro simple lang, kaya ganun kabilis. But, this is just the background of what happened sa akin. But, ngayon, andito na ako sa Michigan, USA, and ang ganda-ganda dito. I'm very happy, I'm very satisfied. I'm so happy that I get to enjoy, 4 seasons, which wala sa atin yan. And, I'm just so blessed with my husband now and his family. I did not feel homesick at all because napaka-bait na mga tao. I have videos of how I arrived sa Chicago. Then we drove 3 hours from there until dito sa city namin ngayon. And it's just so pretty. But going back sa issue, if I did this, I know it can be frustrating, but do not lose hope. You can, if I did it, you can do it. Just keep on pursuing. Huwag kang, it's okay na ma-frustrate ka, ganyan, panic ka. Pero, huwag mo i-career, okay? Huwag mo gawing career yung pagkaano mo, nervyosa. So, stay consistent, go lang, push lang, do not lose hope. Be positive. Gumagalaw naman yung mga yung nasa immigration, they're doing their job. Yeah. I hope this video helped. And again, this is not legal advice. I'm not an attorney. I'm just sharing my experience. And let this be a reminder na nandito na ako and soon you will be. Ayan na nga guys, natapos na yung 221G. Pero hindi pa natapos dun yung problema. Na-offload ako. Kala ko makakalipad na ako sa Amerika. Yun, hindi natuloy. Dahil kailangan yung CFO na yan. Kaya kung gusto mong malaman kung paano ma-overcome yung CFO na yan, stay tuned for my next video. Bye!